we're gonna go to Temple Ground. Actually, no, not where we ended at all. that was the penultimate. So Ripha, Iceman. Oh look, it's that Twintelle again. You gotta love seeing a Twintelle. Twintelle is gonna come in with Iceman's usual setup, which is the Chiller and the Rank. Meanwhile, Ripha is gonna come in with that the C key and the Beast Burst. Twintelle is gonna find themselves knocked back very quickly. So Ripha will not want to be wasting too much time. I think their thoughts are very much in with what just happened with that winners final, and will be determined to try and make sure that they come back for revenge, but gonna get that rush nicely into Iceman. Twintelle finds themselves in critical condition. Rush is ready, but not the best of times to pop this now. The last thing you want to do is pop the rush and waste it. Just want to get some decent damage on. Obviously, if you force that self-destruct on the missile, it will certainly help you. Right now, Iceman has all of the work to do, and with just over 30 seconds, managed to get at least a ping on the ramp. It's another solid self-destruct. I'm slightly weak on that right, and another quick little punch. Iceman is slowly punching this back, and you never know, a rush could indeed deal it, and actually does go for it, but unfortunately Ripha had the wherewithal to just teleport all the way out of that. Rush denied, and that, my friends, is what happens when you let your guard down a pixel too early. The AoE explosion, just as it was finishing, caught Iceman with enough damage to knock them out. You hate to see that, but that is just the nature of those kind of arms, and it does mean that Ripha actually starts in a brilliant position here. Has rush available, he's decided to switch into the Glamour. And forcing the issue here, putting all of the pressure on to Iceman, who has switched the rank for one of the umbrellas. And finds himself knocked back to a 355 damage rush. Iceman has it all to do here, and this is just the first match, remember, in this best of 5. Almost into critical. But just biding their time, just getting that rush charged up. An Iceman into critical, another solid punch, another little tap will do it. Arm weak on the right side, it should fade away in time. No, it does not, it goes down. And unfortunately, that's going to be Ripha's start. Ripha putting the that loss in the winners final behind them, starting off strong in this best of 5 underground final. So from Temple Grounds we are moving onwards. We are going to a Mausoleum for our next match. Ripha is all ready to go, and Iceman will probably ready up in just a moment. Ripha will likely stick with Ninjara. Iceman will probably stick with Twintelle as well, just probably thinking about if they wanted to switch arms to try and combat what Ripha was doing. And Ripha has actually switched arms completely here. Look at this. Ripha gonna go ahead and run a poison setup. And you can kind of tell that here. Gonna run a Scully and a Clapback. So a very, very different loadout that Ripha's running here. Well, Twintelle's gonna stick with their usual cold combo of the Chiller and the Rank. Obviously the Clapback fully designed to just repel arms right back at your opponent. You need to be very careful and be able to dance around that. Thankfully, Iceman does have a rank to do exactly that. And the Scully is an interesting arm. It does poison, which is why you sometimes see the number 1 just suddenly flicker up above Iceman. You can apply poison up to a stack of 3, and it's also one of the quickest arms in the game. But as a result, you can punch through it with pretty much anything, really. Said that, only 100 damage on the rush. Wasn't able to get as much as they'd like to their Ripha, but still starting pretty strong. Does get caught by the Rang though, so I have to be a little careful here. And now a rush going to come out, and yeah, Iceman positions himself in a position where the clapback is completely useless to Ripha. Get as much damage as they'd like to, and actually gets poisoned as a result. It won't phase Iceman too much. 20 seconds to go. This is still anyone's round here. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to really play out. Ripha does have rush, but they'll likely try and hold on to this, especially with 10 seconds to go. And again, that poison stack really matters at this stage of the game, because with every little bit of damage, it's putting you that closer away. And I think Iceman should hold on. They do indeed hold on to it. You have to be careful with that poison stack. With 10 seconds to go, when you're both on similar kind of health, the last thing you want is for the poison to chip damage just a point difference. It sucks when it happens. Ripha gonna go ahead and actually ditch the Scully, gonna trade it in place of a Phoenix. And Iceman coming in with a strong rush, 265, not bad from that. Sticking with that Coolerang and Chiller, gets another freeze onto Ripha. Has to wait to fall out before they can start using that mobility all over again. That back does manage to at least knock back Iceman just a little bit. Now going to come with the rush. Iceman had no protection for that. 220 again. Relatively similar damages there for both of them and their rushes. Ripha again sent flying to another little bit of a chilled encounter. Health is very even, but kept that guard up a little too long that time round. Gets punished with the grab. Ripha practically a tap away before going into critical. Misses with the grab and gets caught with the chill. At least manages to block the Rang, and this time they did pre-up the grab. And Iceman says, no, you know what, I'm finishing this with the rush right now. That is 2-0, and just like Ripha did in the winners final, Iceman has leveled up this best of 5. So whatever happens, a match 4 will definitely be happening. It's something tells me it's going to be a long end to this tournament. Iceman's going to ban DNA and Temple. And Ripha, as a result, is going to pick Buster Beach. So if you're Ripha, you really don't want to go another point down here, because you've seen this go to a 1-1 in the winners final, and then you went on to lose 4-1. 3-1 even. You're now 1-1 in the best of 5 down here. You really don't want to see Ripha take... really don't want to see Iceman take another point away. So Ripha going to come in with a Tri-Blast and Ice Dragon. Again, a completely different setup from what they were in last time round. And Iceman gonna actually switch out a Coolerang for the Burchuck. I'm gonna stick with the Chiller as well. And Ripha is probably going to get annoyed by the sound of the ching of the cord applying on them by the end of the set, because it's just consistently ringing on them at the moment. Rush coming out from Iceman. Well, thankfully for Ripha, they were far enough in the corner that Ripha was just able to just jump around there and not take any damage. The Tri-Blast gets the hit and the explosion, which is exactly what you want to see, and Iceman in critical condition here. And this is a really good tactic here for Ripha, using the explosion from the Tri-Blast and using the range that the Dragon has to just really chip away here. Just one more tempo will do it, but Iceman very much saying no to this, and finally the Dragon hits. And that's the arm you have to be very careful about here. The Dragon can very easily ruin your day by just a little point of damage, because the laser on its own doesn't do much, but if it does hit, it does hinder you. And especially if it's charged, it hinders you a lot. And now this is very interesting. Ripha's actually ditched the Dragon. The fact that it did quite well for them in the end. They ditched it for another slap, for a slap commander, and actually going to come in with the rush. 345. Nicely done there on Iceman. Iceman actually had ditched the Burchuck as well, so both players having switched an arm out. It's the cooldown that's back, but Iceman is just not in this match at all. Being forced back at every opportunity, and Ripha is just in complete control here. Gets another hit with the Manda, gonna get another tap with the blast. One more will do it. There it is. Ripha wasted no time at all. They saw an opportunity and an advantage came, and that was it. And just like that, they are leading 2 points to 1. Ripha finds themselves 1 win away from getting into the grand final. And once again, we are seeing Scrapyard and Sparring Ring banned. This time round from Ripha. No, sorry, Ripha banned it last time round, and Ripha's banned it again. So we're just waiting to see what Iceman decides to pick. And Iceman has to be careful here. This is going to be their last pick. And we're going to go Via. Via Dolts is the pick from Iceman as we ready up for match number 4. So 2 matches in a row. We're going to see the 4th match in this best of 5. If Ripha wins, Ripha books their place into the grand final. And Iceman will finish 3rd. If Ripha can have another dominant display, as they did in that previous match, that would be great, but you never know. I'm gonna see Ninjara go back to that poisonous setup. Gonna run that Scully and the Phoenix. Meanwhile, Iceman's gonna come in with the Ice Dragon. Clearly saw how Ripha worked with it in that first point and went, you know what? I'll add that to my cold repertoire. And clearly stick it with the Chiller as well. It does mean that Ripha has a very interesting loadout here, going for those very quick punches, while Iceman is going to try and play this a little bit more strategic. Still going to apply that chill where it can. He has push available, but yeah, poison now. He needs to be a bit careful because that can easily stack. Thankfully, he burnt away, so don't have to worry about it too much. But do not want Ripha to try and get too far into this. Both going to go for the rush, and actually Ripha gets that perfectly. Saw Iceman go for the rush, hadn't actually jump dashed yet, dashed into the corner, and a perfect placement to get as much of that rush as possible. So keeping the HP relatively close is almost into critical, is now actually in critical thanks to the poison from that Scully. Weak on the right hand side, now the left hand side for Iceman as well, and shield goes down on Ripha. And that was a beautiful combo from Iceman, gets the freeze, and because they were so close, Ripha couldn't get anything out in time to block the coming up grab. Grab from Ripha just about missing, and another chill. Both are a punch away here. Both going for the rush. Who's going to connect it? It's actually going to be Iceman. Don't believe that. Well, I don't know about you, but that was as close as possible. Both went for the rush. Both hesitated for a moment. It connected with Ripha, but didn't fully connect, and then Ripha was kind of shocked and not sure what was going to happen next, and Iceman finished the job. That was an interesting face-off there with the rushes. This means both will charge, but crucially for Iceman, they get the point that they needed. Now they've got to really fight their way back into this. Ripha's going to stick with the same setup that they had, the Scully and the Phoenix. They clearly think that worked. Meanwhile, Iceman switched out the Dragon for the Tri-Bolt, gets the stun, gets the freeze punch. Bad little combo there, but now has to be careful. Ripha does have rush, here it comes. Actually going to get the block fully up. That'll protect him nicely, just the chip damage in the end. Iceman has to be careful though, arm weak on the right hand side, never mind, it's gone down. But somehow didn't take any damage to that. Which is incredibly impressive. Iceman does have rush, gets the stun in mid-air, so Ripha just immediately just drops out of it. Iceman in critical condition. Almost got the punch, got a stun, gets a grab, forces Ripha into the corner. This is very close. If Iceman can land the rush here, it'll be over, and he does land the rush, but doesn't get the KO. Iceman needs to get one more touch, and there it is. The Tri-Bolt finally finishes, and well, oh boy, it's the best of 5. You sip that cup of tea. We are going to match 5. I hope you're sitting comfortably, everyone. This is how close it generally gets. We're gonna see a game 5 in this. Well, Iceman will ban Temple Grounds and Buster Beach. This is going to be Ripha's pick. Ripha is gonna pick DNA Lab. I want to know who you are supporting right now. Are you backing Ripha to win this, or are you backing Iceman to riff this? Let me know in the chat. Let me see some hype. We need some right now. Match 5 of 5 in the Underground Final. The winner of this will go on to the Grand Final, and they'll have absolutely earned it. Twintelle is going to rock with the Chiller and the Tri-Ball. Ripha is going to rock with the Cracker and the Lockjaw. It is anyone's game as the action is on the way. Twintelle arm weak on the right hand side already. Needs to be a little bit careful as Ripha applies as much pressure as possible. They do not want to go down here, not after all of that. Arm destroyed on that side. Can damage come up? Damage does come up. Finally, from the Lockjaw in the end. Quite interestingly, neither of them are really dancing around the tubes here. Iceman baited out the rush from Ripha. Nicely done. So like went up in your face and went, you gonna use it? Ripha went, sure. Iceman does get knocked back in the end. Isn't able to really get any damage as we lose 1 out of the 6 tubes. We again on that right hand side. Iceman's gotta be careful. We don't want another arm break. Not so soon into this match. Get to chill. Doesn't get anything with the bolt at least, and Ripha will at least stall until they can get free of it. And another freeze bolt combo from Iceman keeps this match very, very close. Has held on to the rush the entire match as well. And Lockjaw takes him down again. You have to be so careful because every time they fire out that bolt, that Lockjaw is just punching through it. And in the end, it is going to be the Lockjaw that connects first. Deals the damage it needs to. Both will take the rush into point 2, but crucially, it goes the way of Ripha. Ripha coming in with that Chakram again. Chakram Lockjaw. Iceman gonna stick with that bolt and the chill. Again, both have rush available, so it's really who's gonna use it first. Both use it. That was quite the stalemate in the end. Both used it at relatively same times. And Iceman realized it would just, if they tried to attack, it wouldn't have worked. Does get a grab, sends Ninjara through the tube. They'll both have to start recharging that all over again. Ripha keeping health close, but is the first to actually land down in the halfway mark. Iceman is putting all of the pressure in suddenly, and Ripha finds himself in critical condition. They just needed one more point. They are at least going to get another bit of the stun. They're going to be close enough to activate Rush here. Do a whole load of damage. 345. Both in critical condition. Both at similar kind of health. Here comes the Rush. Ripha. Bad timing to throw a punch. So close to Iceman. Both will have relatively same times to charge here. We are going to the final round in this best of 5. Knockback immediately onto Iceman as this back, and another knockback. Ripha absolutely determined to not throw this away, not at this stage. And Iceman with the comeback almost nearly on. Another freeze against Ripha, has to wait. Both get a connection, manages to punch through the grab. This is absolutely intense. It's literally anyone's game here. Ripha has rushed first. Iceman has the most damage. Still hasn't quite got rushed yet. Even Ninjara knows this. Breaks the arm. Goes for the rush. But no, they missed. Ripha crucially missing with the rush. It was an opportunity they couldn't take advantage. Both arms weak. Both arms down. Got the punch in, not the grab. Iceman in critical condition has got to close the gap whilst not taking any damage here. Actually gets the punch. The grab somehow didn't connect either. And the Lockjaw lands. That match was all over the place. But Ripha finally scores the win. Ripha takes an amazing best of 5 match. 3 points to 2. Well played to Iceman and commiserations to them, but nothing to be ashamed of there. That was an amazing, amazing set. Well played.